Well, hello. We're in Dublin, and last time we seen us, we were in London, and he's home.
Why not do a video of somewhere we've never been before?
I've never been to Dublin. I don't know the first thing about this place.
Haven't a clue. I've only been doing this since I would say 1989, but I was still a baby then. We're going to say 95. We'll say 95 is when I first probably started coming into the city.
And the boy is home for a few days, so we're going to go for a bit of a gallivant. This could be like the shortest vlog of your life. It could be the longest vlog of your life. Who cares? We're on an adventure. We just got out of Briodi's, one of our most favourite pubs on Marlborough Street on the north side.
Our favourite. Always a great place to start.
Yeah. I mean, why not start a vlog with a pint?
There's no better way.
And why not start and continue the vlog with another point? So
on we go.
On we go. So this is a very long walk. As a matter of fact, you could do this walk with us.
Yes.
It's that long.
I'm already knackered.
I'm absolutely beside myself with tiredness. So yeah, well, I'm quite happy to be in town in Dublin just before New Year. Nice, good fun.
Me too.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
in for the last few days, and I'll admit I didn't really enjoy it. And then the minute I came into town, Rathmines, my old haunt, I suddenly found myself enjoying it again.
There you go. Anybody watching from Swords, you heard it here first. I didn't say it. A swordsman is not too happy about swords at the moment.
Swords piggery is
Swords piggery,
as my brother calls it.
So now we're gonna go into some piggery in the confession box. Here we go.
I think they're closed.
You think they're closed?
I think they're closed.
I think they could be closed.
A lot of pubs have been closed today. Brannigan's around the corner, so
let's see.
This is one of my favourite pubs in Dublin.
Let's do it.
Because I discovered it by accident. I was waiting to meet my brother in 2013, I believe. It was November 2013. We were going to see Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
And I had time to kill, and my brother said, look, just kill some time on O'Connell Street there. And I wandered down it anyway, and suddenly I was like, God, that looks like a real old school kind of pub right up my street. And needless to say, I've kind of been coming back to it ever since. It's just down here,
just beside St Mary's Pro Cathedral.
I believe I went to a wonderful Sunday service in there not too long ago with some residents. Genuinely, I'm not taking a mick. I actually was like, this was pretty cool to attend a Sunday service in there.
Did you get the body of Christ?
Out of respect, I didn't, because I'm not a practicing Christian, so it's a bit insulting if I'm like, yeah, give us that, Father.
Free bread, yeah.
Not even bread.
Yeah. I always remember we made our first communion. We're all doing taste comparisons of the fucking bread.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's kind of wafery, isn't it? A little bit papery.
There's a beautiful alleyway just here to the right, which just before most gigs, I would always stop in here for a couple of cans. It was a lovely little spot. You could just neck 3 or 4 Dutch Gold and then onto the Tree Ring, but the O2 as it was called in my day, kids.
So now that the confessional is closed, it's into Brannigan's. I've only ever had I think soup in here, to be honest.
Well, let's get some soup.
Let's get some soup. Yeah. But have been independently.
Yeah, I used to always go here before gigs.
Well, that was a wonderful point in Brannigan's. Literally only one.
Always is. The best kept secrets in Dublin.
Absolutely. And it's just literally O'Connell Street is over there.
Right there.
So,
on to...
We're going to go to the Kelt while we're here. That building over there, that is the only semi-pro cathedral in Dublin City. So what that means is St Mary's Pro Cathedral is the nearest thing that you have to an official, fully fledged Catholic cathedral in Dublin City. There's no Catholic cathedral in Dublin. Christchurch and St Patrick's are the only two cathedrals in with fully fledged in the city, and they are Church of Ireland. The reason why St Patrick's Pro Cathedral is on Marlborough Street where we are now is because when we were under British rule, the British authorities, fair enough, we got Catholic emancipation where we were able to get Irish politicians at the British House of Commons, but couldn't let a cathedral be in the major thoroughfare of Dublin, which at the time was Sackville Street, now called O'Connell Street. So the nearest thing they could do was to put it parallel to O'Connell Street.
Hey!
Come on, the boys. Right, we're going for a pint. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit. That's why there's no carrying everything down to the bunker for once.
So where are we now, Watchy?
We are on a really busy street where I used to get my school uniforms from Guineas back in the day. Also a street where we currently rehearse on anytime we're back in Dublin for a show. And it's really nice not carrying lots of drum equipment and bass equipment down this really busy road.
And it's called Talbot Street.
And it's where it's at.
There you go. And we lovingly refer to this street
Well,
as...
in particular, the end of the street.
Yeah, this side of Talbot Street isn't too bad, but the other side we call it Gotham.
If you ever saw Tim Burton's 1989 Batman, at the very start it reminds me of an area where a couple is gunned down in front of their child in an alleyway. That'll sum it up for you there, kids.
Yeah. It is what it is. I say when I work as a tour guide, listen, O'Connell Street's our major thoroughfare, but most of you guys go over to the south side for all our attractions.
I lived on the south side for a long time, and I was like, I got a bit too used to it, and I was like, why is everyone shouting here now?
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie, we've had some great times here over on the
As much as
north side of the river, but if anyone's thinking that like it's the next Grafton Street, no.
No.
So anyway, I love though what Dublin City Council have done today, or like this year, where they've actually kind of added a few Christmas lights to make it look a little bit more festive.
It's old school. It's an old school street. Don't come expecting new age Dublin stuff. There's no bubble tea here, baby. Let me tell you that. I'm a very dusty road there. There's no bubble tea here, baby.
Yeah, there's no bubble tea on Talbot Street. Put that in your book. Oh, here we go. Here's the ambulances of Dublin right on time. So we're going to go to this glorious place.
God, the last time we were
called
here
the Kelt.
was before a gig we played.
And we had a festive time.
We literally rehearse that door right there where it says Dublin Holistic Massage. We don't give massages out while rehearsing.
Yeah.
It's not on the
We
card.
could if we wanted to. Would you give a massage for free?
If I got us the rehearsal space for free, I'd do it.
Let's go to the Kelt for a pint.
Much. When I say this is better than an English pub, English pubs do not have this character. Fully 100% stand by that. They're good, but they're not as beautiful as this.
So boys are just hang tight at the bar, I suppose. Yeah.
That's why we come home, boy. That's why we come home.
Oh yeah. That's a pint and a half, son.
A pint and a half, that is.
So we had a lovely couple of pints in the Kelt, actually.
Fantastic.
Lovely, nice people. Met a couple from Brazil, and
The Kelt meshes.
lived there for 2 years.
The Kelt meshes tourists with locals. That's what I like about it. It doesn't veer too far into either category.
It's one of the more authentic places you can probably go to if you're looking for Irish music in the city. The Kelt, very good club. Yeah, very nice. And so I think we're going to get a little bit of food, and then we're going to continue our adventures to the south side of the city.
Yeah.
The smell here is actually really nice. If YouTube could add a smelling sensory part.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah, you've got like 4K, you have 1080. Let's add a smelly sensor. Now this is the creme de la creme.
You don't need your fancy restaurant. You just need a straightforward kebab shop.
That's right. So pretty much like anywhere in Europe now, if you want a good feed, go to your local kebab shop. Anyway, good, turn off the camera and enjoy it.
Immense.
Immense. Thank the good guys at the Scanders for feeding us very well.
Don't even think it was Iskanders.
It was actually Iskanders. Well, Iskanders, not Iskanders. Iskanders. Over in Dame Street, there used to be a place, Iskanders, and it's called Zaytoon now. Or is it Zaytoon? No, let me know in the comments down below. But Zaytoon, there's two of them places around by Temple Bar, and it was a good feed. So we did the north side, and now we're going to venture over.
Look side of the river.
Yeah, over to the fucking mouldy side, if you ask me.
I love the south side. So.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. Yeah. We should get our passports taken away from us. We're north side boys. We're going over to the south, and we're going to walk down Grafton Street, have a look at the lovely lights, and then check out some of the lovely pubs. And
nice for an hour.
Be nice for an hour, and then have to escort him home because he's had too many hot chocolates.
Mochas.
All aboard the Jerry Lee Lewis. He started to sing Frankie Goes to Hollywood there, like in the Pleasure Dome. I was starting to get excited.
To the Pleasure Dome.
He could have actually walked over quicker, but far too lazy. We're gonna go over towards Grafton Street and
See what the sights of hold for us.
that's it. You're a delicate little butterfly, aren't you?
Very cold. Jenna Ortega was in there a while ago.
That's right, the actress Jenna Ortega has been filming in Ireland a lot recently, and she went into Doyle's, famous for its open mic nights. Was it a few weeks ago?
I think it was October. It was Halloween time.
Yeah.
As a new screen queen, I was like, no way, a screen queen in Dublin doing her thing.
Yeah, did a lot of filming. I think she was doing sheep shearing in Wicklow, as one does. Let's see, we'll get off to the next stop, I think.
No.
No.
I'm going straight home to Rathmines. I'm going to cry. I'm going to talk about how the entire evening was
Ruined.
not even ruined. That would entail that it started, but
Tram destination Bride's Glen.
Tap of a king.
that's how you do it, baby.
This restaurant over here is owned by Marco Pierre White, the very frightening TV chef.
The man who taught Gordon Ramsay.
Yep. There is his steakhouse.
Genuinely, had you not, if it didn't have Marco Pierre White plastered across it, I would never have thought of it.
Yeah. Do you want the people to walk past it?
This is where I used to get my Lewis home after work every day back when I lived in this city of ours.
Yeah. Good memories.
Now, people of swords, please don't take offence to this. I don't miss swords at all, but I miss Rathmines, and yes, thank you. I miss Rathmines and the great times I had here, but I don't miss swords. I'm sorry, swords people, I really am, but
I'm from Rush and I love Rush, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to South Ann Street, and we're going to go to probably one of the finest boozeries in Dublin in terms of a pint of Guinness, and it is called Keogh's, as the Lewis is making loads of noise behind me.
no!
Jesus.
Babies are mad. Babies are mad. They don't know what they're doing.
Babies are mad. Humans are
mad.
Yeah. Adults are fecking nuts. So there's all the lovely Crimbo lights. Very nice. We could take our Christmas seriously over here in Dublin.
Yeah, we don't dilly dally here. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. Like the last couple of days, lots of our museums were closed. It's not a guaranteed.
A couple of boozes were closed.
Yeah.
As we discovered.
Yeah, as we went to the confessioner earlier on, we discovered that too.
Let's get in out of this cold and
I
warm
think
up with a cold pint.
We're gonna go to John Keogh's.
John.
Gonna go for a pint, John. What do you reckon?
I'm down.
He's down.
For you, I need a chill roll.
How many? Go to that. Come into the slug there. Around just into the office.
Guy behind us with a lovely Keith Moon laugh. So we're back on the South Ann Street after a charming little pint of Guinness and Keogh's.
This is where I met my sister-in-law for the first time, my brother's wife. My brother's wife. I am not impressed. I met her in here. She's a good Sheila, even though her name's Sarah. She's still alive. I'm talking about her like she's dead. She's still very much alive. She's a good lass. She looked after me brother. God bless her. Someone has to. But yeah, come to got them. Nothing fancy schmancy. Straightforward. It's good shit. Come to Gotham Cafe.
And there's a one-man review for the Gotham Cafe. South Anne Street is just off Grafton Street, of course, our major pedestrianised thoroughfare here in Dublin. Grafton Street is 300 years old, pedestrianised in 1982. Which would be 1982. No, there you go, 1982. And there's a band down here playing a song I'm quite frankly fucking sick of, Come Together by the Beatles. Well,
he was sick of it in 2014, never mind now.
Get Back by the Beatles as well. That's in my list of songs that I never want to hear or perform live ever again. But great atmosphere here, and Grafton Street is looking well.
Now, obviously, it's now Carnaby Street where I live. Rescued in 2003 for what was Saint Anger.
That's right, the Saint Anger album by Metallica. This used to be the HMV store, and now it is a clothes shop.
It's huge. My brother worked here, and I used to come in here, and he would literally hand me like an A4 pad and be like, get this record, get this album, get this movie, get this. And it was a great way of discovering new movies, new albums, new books. You used to sell, and now you just buy everything online. And now look, it's easy. I love it. Love that it gets delivered to my house, but I do miss that personal touch of someone going, no, follow me, let me show you this great record, let me show you this great album.
Yeah. Thing about Dublin back then as well was that Temple Bar actually had still a few more original rock band venues. Now there's not one original rock band that plays in Temple Bar. Nothing
anymore.
It's just all covers. And so many people come over here and they think the experience in Ireland is going to the Temple Bar pub and listen to songs about West Virginia. Now, that's not a dig on Temple Bar pub. Lots of people work there, and I've been there. Nice people. But also they play jigs and reels, which is nice. But predominantly, I don't think a lot of people maximise their bang for their buck while they're here.
As I said, there's nowhere to cut your teeth anymore.
Yeah.
Fibbers would be the only place maybe would give you a show.
Fibbers or Sinead.
Sinead, I think it's not as easy as it was. We've got to know people, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, it's true, this place...
It was a big place of our youth.
I'm old enough to remember where here in Dublin we have a Super Value on Aston Quay, and there used to be a Virgin Megastore, and that's where I used to get all my CDs, and I bought a record player briefly when I was about 17 or 18, and long story short...
I no longer have that record player.
I got The Fragile by 9 Inch Nails. That's how cool it was. So, Watchy, the archway over here, a lot of people say that's the entrance into St. Stephen's Green. Many, many years ago, there was supposed to be a statue for Theobald Wolfetone put there. Now, we do have a statue for Theobald further down the other end of St. Stephen's Green, but it was a different statue that they thought about initially that was going to be over here. So, the arch that we currently see is called the Fusiliers Arch, and that's a memorial to the Royal Dublin Fusiliers, which were men from Dublin who served in the British Army in the early part of the 20th century. Now, not going to lie, my great-grandfather was a Royal Dublin Fusilier. I've no idea if his name is on that archway, but that's just the way life was. When these Irish men were taking posts in the British Army, thank you very much. It was all about just making a wage. It was all about trying to get some money. Yeah, history's kind of subjective sometimes. Yeah. And also in Dublin, this arch is also called Traitor's Arch.
I'd know all about that, wouldn't I?
Fusiliers Arch, Traitor's Arch, but regardless, it's here, and it's kind of like the unofficial entrance into St. Stephen's Green.
Beautiful pieces of architecture in the city.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so much beauty in Dublin, you just have to get up and look for it, really. So I think we might go around the block, and we might try and go for a beer in the smallest pub in Ireland. A little pub called the Dawson Lounge.
I'm 6'2", so I gotta bend down.
Yeah. They say there's a capacity for 20 people. Once you have the capacity to get back up the steps, I suppose. So now we are on
Have you
Dawson
been
Street.
recording the whole time?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's it, Jesus. So Lottie's going to have to edit out
Yeah,
some of this. We're a little more loose than the London vlog, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's because we're home.
We started drinking. Yeah, we're back home. We started
Yeah.
drinking before we even started recording. So basically, we're outside the smallest pub in Ireland, and it's just there. It's called the Dawson Lounge. And now we're leaving the Dawson Lounge, the smallest pub in Ireland. Oh, jeez. It's not getting any easier, is it?
Life stinks.
And you're the one who's adding to the fucking smell.
Yep.
Our evening is continuing very, very sporadically. We're going to go to the home of the Dubliners. Did you know, Brian, young Watchy, that the Dubliners started out here in O'Donoghue's pub back in 1962?
I did not, but I'm aware one of my cousins, uncles, cause
Uncles, yeah.
is
Patsy
currently in the
Watchorn.
new Dubliners.
Yeah.
And he bears a striking resemblance to this handsome mustachioed man you see sitting before you, even though I'm standing.
Yeah, Patsy Watchorn, believed to be a cousin of young Watchy Watchorn.
I
beside
met him, and he said somewhere down the line, I was like, we could sit here and crisscross granddads and
Yeah,
all that, but there's somewhere down the line we are related.
yeah, most definitely. So they weren't, of course, part of the... Well, or sorry, he wasn't part of
He's new. He's the new Dubliners.
Yes, the original ones, though. That would have been John Sheehan, Barney McKenna,
60s?
Kieran Burke, Luke
60s,
Kelly, Ronnie
wasn't
Drew.
it?
Yeah, 1962.
Played the Ed Sullivan Show.
That was in 1967, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, 5 years before that, they would have started out life in O'Donoghue's. I kind of say to people sometimes when they come to Dublin for the first time, call it the Cavern Club of Dublin.
Our cavern.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas Liverpool has the Beatles, and we have, okay, fair enough, a lot of people like rock fans, U2, yada yada. But for me, anywhere that Dublin played when they were younger is no longer existing.
It's gone.
Yeah. Like St. Stephen's Green shopping centre behind us. That used to be called
Hey!
Up the St. Stephen's Green. That used to be
A fan there.
home in Dublin where you can just shout random things like garlic bread, sausage roll,
Chip shops.
and that would
As
have
you
been.
can see, we didn't get that in London. Everyone. As you can see, we've had a bit too many more this time around. But sure, look.
We're having the crack. It's Christmas time /
it.
New Year. Now we're heading towards the Shelburne Hotel, Watchy. And this hotel is a 5-star hotel here in Dublin, and it first opened back in 1824, so celebrating its 200th birthday this year.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Shelburne! Happy birthday, Shelburne! Happy birthday, Shelburne! Happy
Let me in, have
birthday,
a drink.
And would you believe it if I told you the likes of Princess Grace of Monaco, John F. Kennedy, Charlie Chaplin all spent a night or two living the good life here in the Shelburne.
And Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender,
Yeah,
there you go. And the
There you
Irish
go.
rugby team, anytime they play a game in the Aviva Stadium down the road, this is where they stay. And it's, of course, right across the road from St. Stephen's Green, which is one of our most famous recreational parks in the city. Everyone loves St. Stephen's Green, to be
Where you get
honest.
an electric sewing machine.
So we're heading down towards Merrion Row now, the home of the Dubliners. Let's do it.
Tandy's gone.
Napper Tandies must be gone, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I was all their age when I was a young fella.
Was all the rage in your young.
Granted, I'm not a young fella anymore.
What kind of food was in there, or what was it?
It was sort of like an everything bar, but it was a happening spot.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
friend of mine used to live at the end of Bagot Street here. So he used to always come down this way, and I used to always think, oh, Jesus, that Napper Tandy's is hopping. But yeah, like, Jesus, like, bloody. Now, I'm hoping it is just closed, but to be honest, it's just been closed for a while.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing about it is, even though there's lots of businesses in the south side of Dublin is arguably the more affluent area of Dublin, a lot of businesses struggle with their VAT, their value-added tax. I think that's the one.
And rent.
And rent.
They all say it. Though. You think housing prices are bad here? Try renting a premises to do business out of.
Yeah, because like you hear of places that they can have 1,000 people in a venue on a Saturday, and then on the Sunday they're issuing a statement on social media. By the way, next week is our next week. So it's just things are pretty bad here at the moment. I mean, it's still beautiful over here in the south side of the city. I love this part of the city, like all the different pubs, but like VAT and prices are just catching up with people gradually.
That's why I moved to London, because I can't afford to live here.
There you go. Can't afford to live in Dublin, so let's move to London, one of the 3 major capital cities in the world, because that'll be so much cheaper.
Yeah, it's not.
Ah, sorry. Heroes of renown, the passing tales of glory that once was Dublin town.
Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town.
2 Guinness, please.
Sorry, but thank you.
Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times.
Ring a rosy, as the lights decline, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. Unfortunately, Watchy had to go home sooner rather than planned. But the sign you must have seen just there a second ago said Nullig Hunna Ditch, which in the Irish language means Happy Christmas to you. Now, sound like that guy on the taxi was in pain, but I hope he's okay. It was a nice little night out in O'Donoghue's as well, and had some local musicians in playing. And at this time of the year, it's kind of surprising that you've got so many people from around the world who are here enjoying the music. I don't know, the thoughts of not being in Ireland at the Christmas time is a little bit kind of crazy. When you're in this part of Dublin, it's always necessary to say hello to one of our local heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Phil Inner from Tin Lizzy. And used to drink a lot in MacDade's, the pub which is behind us, currently closed. And then Phil would have drank in the Bailey, which is down there opposite us, just off Grafton Street. But Dublin never forgets. Phil, a legend of Irish music, rest in peace. So goodbye from the glitz and the glamour of Dublin on a very late December evening. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you liked what we did, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment. I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.